My name is Kimberly Boyce. I'm a strategy consultant for AmeriStrategy Incorporated. Our company was established in 1989 with our first office and headquarters in Orlando, Florida. AmeriStrategy Incorporated is a consulting firm providing comprehensive strategic analysis for businesses with offices in Ohio, California, New York, Chicago, Texas, and our new office in the U.S. Virgin Island of St. Thomas. We have a support staff of 250 people and 230 strategy consultants like myself. Thank you, Mr. Spiker, CEO and Board Chairman, Mr. Wackenhager, Executive Vice President of Operations and Technology, board members, and esteemed military board members for allowing us to present to you the Executive Summary Comprehensive Strategy Analysis for your company, First Command Financial Services. Our purpose and approach. At AmeriStrategy, our purpose is serving you, and it is strategy-driven, not financial. In comparison, a financial strategist works with the company's CFO. Our strategy consultants work with the CEO to address the most pressing issues facing the company. Because our approach is strategy-driven, it usually requires a resource-based view approach, which is what we have done here for the First Command Financial Services. The RVB approach, or the resource-based view approach, collects data from organizational resources, human resources, and physical resources. I will address the following: organizational resources, the planning process for social media marketing; human resources, to reach the goal of hiring 2,100 veterans as financial advisors; and 3, physical resources, the introduction of Skype technology for 170 offices and 473 financial advisors that work for First Command Financial Services. In today's presentation, I would like to outline selected major and minor issues, the rationale for our selection, strategic recommendations, implementation plan, and of course references at the end of the presentation. The major key issues facing First Command Financial Services. Number 1, the need for Skype software technology in 171 offices. Number 2, the need to hire a social media marketing manager. And the third minor key issue is to reach the goal of hiring 2,100 veterans as financial advisors. For the rationale behind our selection, I will be using the SWOT, Strengths, Weaknesses, Opportunities, and Threats matrix, combined with the External Factor Evaluation matrix. Skype is a voice-over Internet protocol service that allows users to communicate across an Internet connection by combining voice, video, and instant messaging. The relevant factors for Skype in 170 offices were chosen based on the following reasons. First Command does not have a strong branch office presence as the competition. They can make up for this by using Skype for financial advisor client interfacing. First Command is already ahead of the competition in online and mobile technology. They can maintain their lead with Skype. First Command communicates their brand better than the competition. They can solidify that communication through the financial advisor client interfacing with Skype. The relevant factors for hiring a social media marketing manager. A social media marketing manager can increase company growth while using diverse platforms of social media effectively. According to the Financial Brand, firms in the U.S. year over year had a 31% growth in social media marketing. Financial Brand suggests using Facebook to show the company's culture and personality, Twitter as a tool to find out who's talking, why, and what are they saying, LinkedIn as a discussion group among important people who have a stake or interest in the company, like the financial advisors, and YouTube for video leverage. A social media marketing manager can effectively use market segmentation to promote service strategies to the targeted clients. Consumer usage of those aged 50 and older has nearly doubled from 22% to 42%, according to the Pew Research Center in 2010. The top two favorites among older adults is Facebook and LinkedIn. The use of LinkedIn can promote current financial advisors at First Command Financial Services. Wells Fargo was successful in promoting their financial advisors through social media. They invested in a sales pilot that onboarded 93 financial advisors through LinkedIn. As a result, the company created $21 million in new assets, proof that social media does work. Later, Wells Fargo expanded that pilot to 1,500 advisors. Strategic use of social media can attract future financial advisors, thereby increasing company revenue and 2,100 veterans. The relevant factors to reaching the goal of hiring 2,100 veterans as financial advisors. First Command is 100% employee-owned. First Command has the potential to increase company growth through employee stock ownership plans, or ESOP, and this can attract veteran hires. According to a Rutgers report, companies can grow up to 2.4% faster when using ESOPs. First Command culture and values are linked to a story born from a military family tragedy, and this is your story. This can relate to and attract veterans. First Command reimburses the cost of licensing for financial advisors. This will also attract veterans. Strategic recommendations. I present to you 3 recommendations. Number 1, acquire Skype technology software to serve 170 offices and webcam computers to 473 financial advisors to use Skype for client interfacing and relationship building. Number 2, hire social media marketing manager. Number 3, reach the goal to hire 2,100 veterans for new financial advisor positions. Implementation plan. A general timeline for implementation is set between 6 months to 5 years, depending on each strategy pursued. In other words, hiring a social media marketing manager should only take 6 months. A pilot Skype technology program can be phased in over 3 years, and recruiting 2,100 veterans about 5 years. The following are implementation plans for the 3 recommendations. For acquiring Skype technology software to serve 170 offices and webcam computers to 473 financial advisors to use Skype for client interfacing and relationship building, you will need a program director. This can be delegated to Mr. Wackerhagen, the Executive Vice President of Operations and Technology. The people involved would be those working in the 171 offices and the 473 financial advisors dispersed throughout 38 states. They would need computers that are compatible for Skype software, computers needing webcam and speaker mic capabilities. The finances to support this strategy has an overall projected budget of $78,080. This is broken down into a Skype service fee and equipment costs for computers. A 36-month Skype service fee would cost $30,780. This is $5 monthly service fee times 36 months equals $180 for each office. There are 171 offices. Multiply that times the $180 service fee, and that totals $30,780. The equipment, or the other side of this budget, would be the cost of computers distributed to financial advisors, and it is estimated at $47,300. That is, on average, $100 for each computer for each financial advisor. Multiply that times 473 financial advisors, and that totals $47,300. Our research shows that wholesale prices for computers that are webcam ready can be purchased through Alibaba, and there are 170 offices that already have internet connection, so there would be no added cost for internet. Internet connection for financial advisors working remotely from home would be the responsibility of their own costs. Otherwise, financial advisors can use the internet from a First Command office. A special note: the equipment cost would increase by $100 for every new financial advisor hired. This needs to be considered when hiring 2,100 veterans in new financial advisor positions. Implementation plan number 2: to hire a social media marketing manager. The program would be directed by the National Director of Advisor Operations, who is in charge of marketing. The director would have input in the hiring process and the direct management over the social media marketing manager. We only need one person for this role, and the duties would include all things related to social media with a focus on A, market segmentation, and B, the specific task of setting up LinkedIn to promote financial advisors. The finances behind this strategy require a salary for a social media marketing manager. The average salary range is between $60,000 and $109,000 a year. The manager would be responsible for developing, implementing, and maintaining the organization's social media strategy. They would require a bachelor's degree with marketing experience. Implementation plan for the third strategy: to reach the goal to hire 2,100 veterans for new financial advisor positions. The program director for this strategy can be delegated to one person on the executive leadership team. The military board should be actively involved in this recruitment strategy on some level. Finally, other financial advisors working in 38 states, Guam, and Germany can also play a role in recruiting veteran hires. The goal is to hire 2,100 veterans. The finances behind this: the average base salary for a financial advisor at First Command is $24,000, which is paid by the company. Commission raises the average income by $36,990, according to Glassdoor. This gives a total income potential of $60,990. This could attract veterans. Evaluation and control. Managers at First Command are responsible for ensuring implementation and will monitor the evaluation and control from lower to upper management. There will be a central electronic evaluation control report and a task schedule that will be used for documentation and communication between the above 3 program directors. This report will also document performance, which will be measured by managers every 3 months using a task schedule called the Evaluation Control Task Schedule. To ensure an organizational commitment, managers should communicate awareness to all employees and report periodic progress updates to the 3 corresponding program directors. Corrective actions can be taken at any time as the final process for strategy evaluation. This ends our executive summary for First Command Financial Services. I want to thank you for your time and attention. I've provided a 22-page comprehensive strategic analysis for your review. If you have any questions or need clarity on today's presentation or analysis, you can reach me by phone, email, or Skype. Thank you. Have a nice day.